Hi everyone, thanks for being here. We are going camping this weekend, so I've got a happy camper pin on, and I am a happy camper. We have our RV already set up out at the Colorado River, and so we are just going to pack up and go and enjoy the weekend. But before we go, I want to do one more painting. And so it's going to be, there's so many colors in this one, so it makes me a happy camper because I love color. So let me show you the colors that we're going to do. I'll do that as we're going, so that way it doesn't take take longer. But let me go get my hair up, my gloves on, and then we will pour. Okay, the first color that we have going down is going to be a white mix, and this is um, Artist Loft and Satin Enamels. So we're going to put just a little bit of that, and then we're going to put in some Azo Yellow Medium, and this is by Amsterdam. And we're working on a 16 by 20 canvas today. I'm just going to put in a tiny bit of this. I'm scared of this. This is Neon Orange by Artist Loft. And then we've got Azo Gold. And then after Azo Gold, I'm telling you, we've got some colors in here. This is Pyrole Red. So let's see what this does. And then we've got Oriental Violet, and this is by Pebeo. Ooh, this is, you know what? I need to put some water in this one. That one is like sludge. So let me put a little water into this. So what I'm thinking about doing today is we're going to do a ring pour, and then I'm going to wreck it with a little hair scratching tool. And then we're going to tilt it off. We're not going to spin today. We're just going to tilt it off. So, okay, that's much better. Okay, so this is Oriental Violet by Pebeo. Still thick. Okay, and then let's go ahead and put some more of this white mix in here. And then we'll do 24 karat gold. And that is by DecoArt. And then we're going to do Bright Aqua Green by Liquitex. So that's a pretty color. And then we have Permanent Green Light by Winsor and Newton. Okay, and then the last color is Iridescent Blue Green, and this is by Pebeo. I love this color. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and kind of start over on our colors. We're going to do white, a little more 24 karat gold, and let's do some Azo yellow. Okay, and then how about a little bit of Azo gold? Did I say Azo gold before? That was 24 karat gold. Okay, and then a little more Pyrole Red, some more white, some more 24 karat gold. I think this is going to be plenty of paint for the 16 by 20. 24 karat. We'll do the Oriental Violet, Bright Aqua, and then the Permanent, and then a little more white, and then Iridescent Blue we'll finish it off with Iridescent Blue. Okay, so we're gonna do a ring pour. So I am going to, and let's do a traveling ring pour too. Do I want to do a traveling ring pour? Do I want to do a traveling ring pour? Or do I just want to do a ring pour? Let's do a traveling ring pour. Okay, so we're just dropping the color down, and as I'm dropping it, I'm just kind of going in circles. And we're moving down the canvas. Ooh, very pretty. Okay. So let's go ahead and stretch it out a little bit. Wow, very pretty. Okay, let's torch it before we do anything. Okay. Wow, I don't even know if we should wreck this. This is pretty, well, you know what? Let's just do it anyway. Let's go ahead and wreck it. So I've got a little hair tool here, and it's a head scratcher. And I'm just going to kind of maybe go through and let me see, how do I want to do this? Bloop, do I want to circle or do I just want to kind of go through it and maybe come back through it this way? Let's do that. Okay, so ready? Okay, so one. And now let's come through here this way. Okay. Pretty. Okay, I am going to put a little bit of white. I know we have enough paint on here, but just to help it. Very fun. I just had to do one more before we took off camping. I wanted to do one more painting. So, and all of these colors totally make me happy. So, all right, we've kind of got the weight of the paint over here in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking the paint off over here. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring it back to the middle. And then we will see where we want to go from there. Okay, let's go off this end. Okay. Wow. You know what? I'm going to just keep it over here and take it off this side. There's that neon orange down there. This is pretty trippy. Okay, let's go back to the middle and then we'll take that last corner off. Slow but sure. You know, this paint today was a little bit thicker too. I mixed up the last time I mixed up some paints. I did them a little bit thicker because knew I was going to be doing some of the galaxy pours or the cloud pours, and the paint should be a little bit thicker for those. So some of my paint is a little thicker today. So, okay, let me go ahead and show you the wet results. And then, of course, when they're dry, I'll show you those too. Okay, let me get my gloves off and I will bring you in for a close-up. I think this might be my favorite right here, this corner. I'm really fascinated by these green, like these green lines through here. It's so amazing how the color finds wherever it's supposed to go. So anyway, this is the wet results on this one. And so interesting. Look at those little dots in there. Very, very hippie-ish to me. So, okay, I will show you the dry result when we get it. Very, very different. I like it. Very different. Look at these red. I keep finding different things to look at. Look at these like little rivers, these little red rivers traveling through there. So, okay, I'll show it to you when it's dry. Okay, here we have this one. And oh my gosh, this one just reminds me of electricity or something real. Just, I love it. I think there's some soft parts to it, but I think it's very bold. And it does. I don't know why. It reminds me of like something like electricity or voltage or something like that. And of course, the hippie era too, with all the colors. So very, very interesting. There's lots of different parts to look at. And some of the, you can see some of the colors that came through that are kind of shimmery and pretty. And anywhere you look, there's something to see. So this was a fun one to do. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you very much. And I think that's a wrap. And I hope you come back. Bye for now.